very warm welcome. Nazreen, I'm sure you'll agree with me if I say that once upon a time, the life was going at a low pace. There was peace and tranquility, there was harmony, there was love, there was hope, there was humanity, and everyone had respect for everyone. आपकी खुशी हमारी खुशी, आपका गम हमारा गम. There was an attitude towards life. There was a clarity of thought. आपकी इज्जत हमारी इज्जत. छोटी छोटी मसाइल, बड़े बड़े मसाइल मिल बांट के गम गलत करते थे और उसका हल निकालते थे. और हमें ये भी याद है कि एक ज़माना था कि ईद, बकरीद, शब बारात हम लोग सब एक साथ मनाने थे. शब बारात में आपके पास मिठाइयाँ, हलवे, मांडे सब मिलजुल के एक दूसरे को बांटते थे, और यहाँ तक कि आशूर का दिन भी एक ही साथ अपने अपने हिसाब से उसको रिस्पेक्ट देते थे. एक दूसरे के साथ इतनी मोहब्बतें थीं कि अपनी जान भी अगर किसी पर प्रॉब्लम आती थी तो लड़ा देते थे. एंड अब क्या हो रहा है? अब क्या हो रहा है कि every second person is severely stressed, anxious, depressed, disillusioned, anxious, whether rich or poor, whether young and old. अल्लाह ताला की तमाम नेमतों के बावजूद एक खिचड़ी पक रही है दिमाग में. और मजे की बात मैं आपको बताऊं कि उस जमाने में, जिस जमाने की मैं कह रही हूँ बात, वंस अपॉन ए टाइम, के ना हिरस थी ना हवस थी, सिर्फ रब के ऊपर तवक्कुली थी. लेकिन अब तमाम नेमतों के बावजूद लोग खुश नहीं हैं, डिप्रेस्ड हैं. और फ्रैंकली इन माय टाइम आई रिमेंबर कि हमारे बचपन में हमें ये लफ्ज़ जो है बोर्डम, हमें नहीं मालूम था कि बोर्डम चीज़ क्या है. हमारी डिक्शनरी में बोर होना पता ही नहीं था. लेकिन आज छोटे छोटे बच्चे अपने वालिद से वालिदैन से कह रहे थे, मामा आई एम बोर्ड. जबकि टेक्नोलॉजी की जितनी भी आप समझिए कि फैसिलिटीज मुहैया हैं, आपके पास टैबलेट्स है, लैपटॉप है, फोन है, सब कुछ है, गेम्स हैं, लेकिन उसके बावजूद बच्चे खुश नहीं है. आई एम बोर्ड. ये क्या वजह है आखिर? क्या हो रहा है? स्कूल में बुलिंग हो रही है बच्चों की, बच्चे सुसाइड कर रहे हैं. बुलिंग हो रही है, तुम मोटे हो, तुम काले हो, तुम लंबे हो, तुम छोटे हो, तुम नाटे हो, तुम ये हो, तुम वो हो. बच्चे कंफ्यूज हुए हैं. घर आते हैं तो माँ बाप से भी खुल के बातचीत नहीं कर सकते कि ऑब्वियसली माँ बाप भी स्ट्रेस में आए हुए हैं, वो भी एंग्शियस हैं, वो भी अपनी जिंदगी में कुछ सुकून ढूंढना चाह रहे हैं, मगर सुकून मिल नहीं रहा है. नमाज के लिए आप खड़े होते हैं, नमाज की नियत करते ही फौरन दिमाग जो है आपका इधर उधर भटकने लगता है. तो क्या इसका कोई हल है? क्या करें, कहाँ जाएं, किससे पूछें? लेकिन बहरहाल आज हमने कोशिश ये की है कि एक जो गेस्ट आई हैं उनसे बात करेंगे कि शायद वो इस चीज़ का हल बता सकें. क्योंकि नॉर्मली क्या होता है जब आप डिप्रेस होते हो, कहते हैं जी, योगी कहते हैं कि जी हैव अ डीप ब्रीदिंग करें, बाहर निकलें, लंग्स को ऑक्सीजन दें, दिमाग को ज़रा ठंडी हवा लगे तो आपको ज़रा सुकून मिलेगा, आपकी सोच में तब्दीली आएगी. लेकिन आपको मैं एक बात बताऊं, हमारी जो कि एक वी हैव अ वॉइस इनसाइड, वो हमें चिल्ला चिल्ला के कुछ कहना चाह रही है, लेकिन हम अपनी जो आवाज है उसको सुनना नहीं चाह रहे हैं, बिकॉज द वॉइस इज गोइंग टू टेल अस द ट्रूथ कि भाई जाओ, इसका भी इलाज है, डिसअपॉइंट ना हो, अल्लाह से मायूस ना हो. बहरहाल आज हमने सोचा है कि आज जो हमारी मेहमान होंगी, she is a qualified dentist from Guy's Hospital, London. But her passion for personal development led her to train as NLP practitioner, neuro-linguistic program इसको कहते हैं, and she is also personally is a life coach for children as well as adults, and in this she has received a distinction, and she has empowered many people through her work and her work with the colleagues. She has developed 7 therapies, और जो सबसे मशहूर थेरेपी है वो कोर्सेज है, उसमें है मीट योर सेल्फ मेडिटेशन। मतलब ये है कि आपको इंस्पायर करना और फैसिलिटेट करना ताकि आप में एक पॉजिटिव चेंज आए। ये जो हमारे दिमाग में खिचड़ी या कूड़ा भरा हुआ है, इसको हम कैसे निकाल के फेंक सकते हैं और इससे हमारी क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ किस तरह बदलेगी। तो चलिए आपसे हम मुलाकात करवाते हैं। हमारी मेहमान है, फर्स्ट टाइम सोशल वॉइस पे आ रही हैं, उनका नाम है नाहिद अली। नाहिद अली, वेलकम टू सोशल वॉइस। अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
Assalamualaikum. Thank you so
Nahid,
much for inviting me here today.
you're welcome. Nahid, I think I would start by asking a question first of all. Ke, what is meditation?
Okay, well, meditation is the essence of meditation is to actually turn our focus inwards, so that we can observe our mind, our thoughts and emotions, and it's to quieten the mind, because it's only when the mind becomes quiet that we can truly connect, recognize ourselves, and truly connect with the source of our being, which of course is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Like you said, everybody wants to be happy.
Yeah.
But we're looking for happiness outside of ourselves. So we think that if we get such and such thing, or if we do such and such, or if somebody else behaves in a certain way, then I will be happy. But of course, we know it doesn't happen, because the actual problem is within ourselves. It's our thoughts. So the purpose of meditation is to look within, away from external distractions, so we can actually recognize what's going on inside of me and try and resolve that.
Acha, yeah, but again, so like in the yoga classes, we do the meditation, we do the breathing, we do the meditation. So what is the difference between your meditation, yourself meditation,
Meet yourself meditation. Okay.
and meet yourself? Yeah, meet
Okay.
yourself meditation.
Well, if I can compare it to a river is flowing, and if the water is very turbulent, you can't see the bottom of the riverbed. You can't see all of the creatures and whatever is there. But when the water becomes still and clear, then you can see maybe the little crabs, the fish, all the beauty that's at the bottom of that riverbed. Our minds are the same. When we're doing yoga and we're doing all these things, I mean, originally yoga was a form of meditation to calm the mind. A lot of yoga these days is very much based on the physical activity. So meet yourself meditation, the essence of it is to turn our focus inwards, away from external distractions, to basically observe our minds.
Observe our minds.
Our emotions. Yes.
So how do you observe your mind? How do you do that?
Well, okay. Well, I'll give you another example again. If you're at a bus stop, there's lots and lots of buses coming. So in the same way, I could be doing yoga, I could be doing anything. There's lots and lots of thoughts coming through my mind. Okay. Now, what we tend to do, the moment I think, oh my God, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, oh, I haven't done this, I haven't done that. The mind is full of all these things. It's like all the buses going by. So by observing the mind, you notice the thoughts, you notice your feelings, but you don't engage with them. You allow them to be. Okay, so it's training the mind to simply notice what's going on without reacting to it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, does that make sense?
So what you're saying is that we do notice that the bus is going by, but we don't sort of react. Is it
Yes.
something that
Okay.
yeah, the bus has passed, we have missed the bus, so because was not attentive, we were not attentive.
No, if when you're at the bus stop, you know that there's a certain number of bus you need to go, which will get you to
Yeah,
where you want to go.
yeah, yeah.
But you don't get on the other buses. You don't
No.
get on the other bus. You
Hmm.
wait. You only get on the bus that's going to be helpful for you. So
Hmm.
when we get all unhelpful thoughts in our mind
uh,
about, oh, she said this, he did that, I don't follow those thoughts. I let them pass.
hmm.
I only follow those thoughts which are helpful for me, which make me feel good. Any thought
Okay.
that comes that doesn't make me feel good, I let it go. I don't
Yeah,
react.
so this is
Because
where
most
you
of the
come
time,
in. This is where you come in, and you just train our minds.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, lots of people do meditation, but the essence is to get into the meditative state where
Yeah.
your mind is actually quiet.
Yeah.
Meditation doesn't mean just sitting down and becoming silent because our mind can still be full of lots of thoughts.
Yeah.
Um, the essence is to reach that meditative state where the mind is still. Because when the mind is still, that's when we are at peace. So,
Okay.
meet yourself meditation helps us to get into that meditative state where the mind becomes still, when we're no
Okay.
longer reacting, we're simply noticing what's happening and we're appreciating it. And
Hmm.
it's that silence, that's when we can feel our deeper spiritual connection as well,
No.
in that state of peace.
You're right, because that's like ये the saying ना कि जिसने अपने को पहचान लिया, मौला का ये कौल है कि जिसने अपने को पहचाना उसने अपने रब को पहचाना,
Bilkul, Bilkul.
है ना,
Yeah,
है ना?
Johari said, this is where we started Meet Yourself meditation from,
Hmm.
because when we recognize our real self, that's when we recognize our Rab. हमने हमारी रूह जो है वो अल्लाह से connected है.
Hmm.
So because our minds are so busy doing this, doing that, running here, running there, we
Hmm.
can't actually feel our ruh. It's
Hmm.
overshadowed with all the fear, the guilt, the shame, who will
Hmm.
say what,
Hmm.
all of this.
Hmm.
That when we quiet our minds, then we
Hmm.
can feel the connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
हाँ, हाँ। तो उसके लिए आप क्या, what do you suggest to quieten your mind? Because at times, I know for sure my mind at time is working overtime. I've got
It
so
is.
much, so many thoughts coming in, going, coming, going, coming. There's so much. Yeah. When I mean mentally, unless and until the time that I get really truly exhausted, I can't sleep because overtime काम कर रहा है दिमाग. तो उसको आप फिर किस तरह से प्रोग्राम करेंगी? किस तरह से करती हैं?
Okay. Well, I think it's a lot of it is our culture and society, which there's a lot of focus on doing and on constant entertainment and constant distraction. As children, we're taught to, whenever there's a problem, to look outside of ourselves. And,
Mm,
somebody else has to do something, or I have to get something to make myself feel better. But
mm.
if you think about it, everything that we do is essentially aimed to make myself feel happy, make myself feel good inside.
Yeah,
But
yes,
if I
बिल्कुल.
if I can feel good without having different things, then it doesn't matter what's going on. So, meet yourself meditation is a healing meditation. You're
Okay.
receiving healing, energy healing, and which is like positive vibes. And what that does, it makes the mind calm. So, whereas lots of people try and meditate and they sit down quietly, the mind is still full of chatter.
Yes, yes,
The
yes.
energy healing actually helps to calm the mind down because the brain and the mind are basically vibrational. So every thought, every emotion that we have creates energy vibrations. Yep, they've mapped it on machines where you see the electric signals. So when we have unhappy thoughts and stressful thoughts, that's a different vibration. When we have peaceful, loving thoughts, that's a different vibration. So the energy healing that you receive during Meet Yourself meditation actually helps to counteract the stressful emotions, the fear, the pain, and it helps to quieten the mind. So when it quiets the mind, you become peaceful, the meditative state. So on a physical level, it's good for your health. On a mental level, you can think more clearly. An emotional level, it's actually clearing anxiety, fear, pain, and that actually enables you to reach a peaceful state where you can connect spiritually with our Creator.
Right, but the thing is, if how long does it take? I mean, some like someone is severely stressed and depressed, and especially nowadays, this lockdown hasn't helped much. Especially people who are living on their own, and the teenagers who have been confined to certain area, to certain space. उनके mental state का तो बुरा आलम है. तो बेचारे बेग करते हैं कि come and talk, at least talk to us on the phone or talk to distract us, our minds. तो उनके लिए भी मतलब ये जो आपकी मीट योरसेल्फ मेडिटेशन, how long does it take really to evident change जिसमें इंसान में आता है, वो कितना टाइम लगता है उसमें? How would you
Again, it's like anything. It takes practice. We have been doing sessions on via Zoom with students in American universities, and whereas normally, people say you have to meditate for a long time, we found that with just 20 minutes meditation,
really?
they felt much more peaceful. Obviously, with anything, we can teach the meditation. We can facilitate meditation sessions, but we can't guarantee how quickly somebody will benefit. We know they will benefit, and the energy healing that they receive enables them to become calmer and peaceful more quickly than they would otherwise. But of course,
really?
with anything, it takes practice.
Of course.
What we're trying to do is to establish this in schools, because I know there's a lot of children who are really suffering at the moment. And children's brains are neuroplastic. And what that means is that what they experience every day helps to shape how their brains develop.